1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks, guys.
Great.
Anybody hurt?
Nope.
Great. Okay. So we've now played the first time as a band piece, and hopefully you guys are forming bands out there. You know, with your college mates, your school mates. You know, perhaps your workmates, getting those bands together in the classroom after you've been working hard at school, or your community centres and Saturday morning halls. I mean, we all remember what it was like, don't we?
Yes.
I mean, that's what got us into music in the first place, and I hope that the Essential Skills courses are helping you to get your skills together and get your bands together. Now, it makes me think about, you know, many of the things that perhaps we now as experienced professional musicians forget about, and what I want to do now is talk about some of the things that are actually incredibly important when you're first getting your band together. And I've hidden some of the answers amongst my crew, which we were talking about in the breaks. So, Terry, you know, you made a great point about the most important thing we have to do when we start playing together.
It's so obvious that you often miss it because you're so keen to just get playing.
Yeah.
And that's to tune up. There's two things, two sides to that, really. The first one is literally to tune up. We looked at that in the Essential Bass Skills course. To use a tuner and make sure that each of the strings is tuned to the correct note. And obviously that goes same for guitar, Dave.
Yeah.
The other thing is, the other part to tune up is this is a team event. You know, This is a band or a group. So it's to make sure that I'm in tune with the rest of the guys, what they're doing, what they're playing, so that I can enjoy what they're doing as much as what I'm doing.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, Terry. Of course, you know, it's not something that I'm going to particularly think about because I haven't got a pitched instrument, you know, on the drums, but obviously crucial to you guys, otherwise it's going to sound pretty horrific if we're all out of tune. You know, talking of me being a drummer, these get a bit loud, don't they, Anthony?
They do, Brian. And we were talking, and I remember the first band I played in, and we made the classic mistake of just being too loud.
Right.
And it is a band event. We're playing together, so we've got 4 of us here. We might be 8 of us, whatever. But we have to set our own volumes, but we also have to set a volume that we can hear everybody else as well. So often those budding Van Halen guitarists sort of turn up, so they're just too loud, Dave. But so we just have to set a volume and just get a volume at the start of our rehearsal that's comfortable. We can hear everything, and then perhaps we turn it up as we go along. But just to get that, so we can that volume set right at the beginning, so we can you know, all have a good time.
Yeah, great. Okay, that's, you know, brilliant. Also incredibly important for, you know, the younger students and viewers out there, that, you know, you've got to watch out for your ears, you know, so you don't want to be playing too loudly all the time, play in short bursts. And the other thing is, you know, you've got to be you know, incredibly careful about volumes because it can cause damage. So there are little things like earplugs that you can think about using to protect yourselves. You know, again, when we were discussing earlier, Dave had a great point, and one that, you know, is incredibly important. Dave, you know, what do you think is important about being in a band?
I think it's very important that you set up, along the lines of what Terry was saying about being in tune with your band members, you need to set up in a way we can see each other, we can try and keep our heads up, especially if we're not reading music, so we can communicate the beginnings and the ends of the songs and dynamics, whatever that might be. And it's also very important if we're backing an instrumental melody player or a singer in particular, that we don't drown them out, back to the volume thing, but we can play sympathetically, we can see everybody, and we can see who's counting us in, be that the drummer, be that the keyboard player, and all begin and end in the same place, that type of thing.
Yeah, great. Working as a unit, working as a band, you know, I mean, incredibly important, because, you know, perhaps some of you guys haven't got out there into the band, but it's very different working with other musicians compared to just working on your own, perhaps practicing in your study with the computer, going through the course, or, you know, playing the guitar in the bedroom. You know, you've got other people to think about now as part of the whole process, haven't we? Okay. My contribution to the piece is in terms of energy and passion, and you know, we all passionately love music. You know, that's why we've become professionals for our sins at playing music, because we love it so much. And most of that comes with playing with other musicians. You know, so you know that getting the passion through your playing whenever you get together is incredibly important. You know, playing with others is the best thing, really, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so thanks for that, guys. What I now want to talk about, you know, is just a bit of another learning point, really. A key learning point is sort of directing the band. Okay, so we've got 4 individuals here. Somebody has to take charge. I mean, it's better in a band where we've got a bit of a democracy thing going on, but someone's got to take charge. Ordinarily, it's, you know, when you get into a professional situation, this is taken care of by having an appointed musical director. You know, and it's the key is then that, you know, somebody takes charge of the rehearsal, you know, they organise it, get it together, make sure everybody's happy and working together. But, you know, one of the key things about having somebody in charge is perhaps they can help you through your music, you know, and when you've got the music, and perhaps, you know, Anthony, can I field this question at you, because you're a very experienced musical director.
I'm very old. Yeah, sure. And because we've got a chart and it's so clear today, that's fantastic, because we can instantly make a reference to either, we've even got chorus 1, verse 2 written in here, but we've also got the bar numbers written in. So you can call out any bar, 21 for example, and we know exactly where we are, and we go straight to that point. It just makes it very clear, and it just gets we can just go straight into it and stop, you know, wasting time.
Great. So you know,
enjoy
you can
the music,
take charge, make it very clear as to what we're going to do. Okay, so that's brilliant. So in directing the band, you know, perhaps guys, you know, we played the piece quite dry, you know, straight reading it straight off the page. You know, what perhaps could we do to make this piece a little bit more exciting? You know, Dave, what do you think perhaps we might add to it to make it better?
Well, I think what we might be able to do is introduce some dynamics, play the verses maybe a little bit quieter,
right?
Maybe give it a bit more in the chorus.
Okay.
Right.
So we don't want to be playing a piece of music that's just level and flat the whole way through.
Great.
We want to maintain the interest all the way through. So maybe we should drop the verses down a little bit and peak and rock out more in the chorus.
Sure.
Okay, so probably what a good idea then. Let's just practice going from the verse second time through into the chorus and really get a kick off. Well, let's take it from bar 7. What's bar 7? Cool. And kick it into. We'll finish around bar 15. Okay. Let's go. Bar 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, good. So we'll kind of do that thing and see how we get on with it. Let's apply that to all the verses, all the choruses, perhaps building through the second 6 bars. Okay, and then into the choruses. Let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4.